Hi folks, welcome to the Dutchman's Journal. It's a beautiful Carolina morning and I'm here out in my garden. It's not even September yet and I'm preparing for my tomato garden for next year. And that might seem a little unusual to people, but if I don't do it now and I wait until the spring to do it, I'll probably never get done the way I want it to have it done, because I have trapping season, hunting season, and rockfish season coming up just as the spring season breaks for gardening. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. Now, I explained before that I'm growing a garden in the woods, and I'm going to just pan around here to show you that I am not exaggerating. I mean, if right next to me, you can go up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and you'll see that I am growing a vegetable garden successfully in a area that probably gets about 6.5 to 7 hours of good sunlight every day. And as I pan around, you can see I'm not exaggerating at all. This is literally a forest. I have an opening here, and I've planted everything on raised beds, and I'll show you why I did that. The soil's not that bad, it's a sandy soil, but this is what I'm growing my garden on. This is a tree stump, and this whole area is just a mass of roots underneath here, and there was no way that I could cultivate the ground properly unless I used a raised bed. I'm on the other side of the garden now. There's more roots, and there's roots underneath my pathways here, but I've covered a lot of them up with some wood chips from cutting firewood, and we'll just move down here. There, I got one of my raised beds set up on top of a stump, another stump. The whole area is nothing but tree stumps and roots. Here's one of my beds that I just prepped. I'm going to be growing greens in it. However, this is the area that I've decided to go ahead and put a row of tomatoes in. It's going to be 24 foot long, and I'll be using cattle panel fencing to hold the tomatoes up as they grow. Now, that idea is not my idea. It really comes from I Am New Organic, who is a gentleman by the name of Mark, who's an organic farmer. He does that to his tomatoes, and his tomato plants are just magnificent. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to raise the bed. My beds are normally around 6 inches, but I'm going to raise my bed up to make it 12 inches high. I'm going to add another tier, and then I'm going to take this scrap piece of wood that I have here, and I'm going to put that on the end, and then I will go ahead and backfill this to the top with leaves. All my beds are composed of leaves, composted leaves, and some of them I have my own compost mixture, which is broken down leaves, has some chicken manure in it. I also do, oh yeah, by the way, there's another example. I got a tree actually grown in one of my beds. Another thing that I do is I make my own super compost tea. The way I do it, a lot of people don't want to try it because I'm dealing with black soldier fly maggots, and I guess it's uncomfortable for some, but I don't know, it doesn't seem to bother me. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started with my constructing of the back boards. Alright, I went ahead and raised the back panel up that 5.5 inches, I guess. It's a 2x6, but it's 5.5 inches high. So all I did was put little pieces behind here, fasten it to the bottom piece, and good enough. I've set my end pieces on. This one is fastened, and it is it looks like a 2x10. I found it laying around, so I just repurposed it. I never bothered to rip it down to make it the same size. I don't think it matters. And then down here I have another one, and I'm going to go ahead and that one isn't fastened yet. I'll fasten it after I put up my cattle panel fencing. And I've temporarily placed the posts in the back, and I'll fasten them completely once I have the cattle panel fencing up. The cattle panel fencing, by the way, is going to sit up on top of the old frame. Well, there's the finished product. I have my cattle panel fencing attached to the posts. I've attached some of it to the bottom to the top rail, and I have my end pieces on. And what I'll be doing is I'll be coming in with leaves. I'm going to build the leaves up to the top of this, bring them on out about 24 inches, and then slowly taper them on down to the old height of 6 inches. And I'll keep building that up over the winter, and probably I'll update this as we go along. You'll see me planting in the spring. You have a better idea of what I'm going to do. I am going to cover right over this, over the wood. That's not a problem. I hope this has given you some ideas for your garden. What I'm going to do as far as water goes is I'm going to take my 3/4 inch line down in that corner, bring it on up to this point here, put in a ball valve, and then run a 1/2 inch line with drip irrigation along here for watering the plants. So have a nice day, and come back and see us again, you hear?